you doing? My name is Rod Rinks. I'm a professional makeup artist here in LA. This is my model, who is also a makeup artist, Tiffany. I ran across this product not too long ago called Oxygenetix, and I gotta say, it's probably the best. It's not probably, it is the best product I've ever used. Today we're gonna do a little demonstration. I'm gonna show you, Tiffany, and you guys how to apply Oxygenetix onto Tiffany here, and then she's gonna in turn on the other side of her face show how to apply it to yourself. The moisturizer I like to use obviously before the foundation. I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I use a non-latex sponge. What I like to do is just kind of warm it up, press it into the hand, and then take it through the T-zone here, kind of push it into the skin. This will actually help set the foundation as well. The wonderful thing about Oxygenetix is it's actually good for you. I've found a lot of celebrities that I work with throughout the years using different types of makeup. Day in and day out with the same type of heavy makeup really takes a toll on their skin. This product actually will help your skin. It'll help heal the skin. That's what it's formulated for. Not only that, it gives a fantastic coverage. And it's not just for celebrities and actors. Everyday people could wear this product. Tiffany wears it all the time, and it looks fantastic on her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So like I said, just the little warm it up on the back of the hand with the sponge, kind of push it in through the skin. A little trick when applying moisturizers, you want to push up so the moisturizer kind of goes under this under the hair follicle and into the skin. And moisturizers, guys, are a great thing for helping for anti-aging and keeping your skin looking young and youthful. And like I said, Oxygenetix is one of the best. It lets your skin breathe, and it doesn't set on the skin; it actually absorbs into it. So it brings more moisture to the surface. It's a really fantastic moisturizer.
It feels amazing on too.
Does it?
It's very cooling and lightweight.
So with the foundation, what I like to do, a little goes a long way with this product. That's about as much as you'll need for the whole face. Now, like I said before, I'm going to do half, and Tiffany's going to do the other half. I'm going to use a synthetic brush. The great thing about this brush is you can wash it with alcohol, since it is an aloe-based product, which is a healer. It helps heal the skin, and with Tiffany, she has some blemishes here and there. It's actually good for her. It's going to be good for her skin, and it's going to give great coverage. So what I like to do is take a little bit, push it through the hand, and just stipple through. Stipple through. Push it up into the hairline. Kind of wherever you see like a little bit more redness is where you want to put a little bit more of the product, have it a little heavier. And then once it goes on, what I like to do is just kind of buff the product. How does it feel on?
Feels amazing. I love the way this feels. It doesn't feel like makeup. It feels just very cooling.
What I like to do, if she has a little bit of acne right here, take a little bit of the product. You can just kind of tap it on with your finger if you want a little more fuller coverage. One of the great things too about this product that I really love, and he's probably not going to be excited that I say this, but Mario Lopez, I'm actually his makeup artist. not a big fan of makeup. And when I started using this product on him, he wasn't too excited until I told him that it actually will help heal his skin from any type of blemishes or anything like that. And once I applied it on him and he felt how the product felt on his face, huge fan of it, loves it because of the fact that he does have to wear it every day. And it's actually helped healing his skin as he wears it. But the coverage, you just can't beat the coverage. And again, this will last. It'll last you all day long. You don't need to touch up, which is great for me in my business because I'm not having to go up and constantly powder and you get the buildup on the face. Put it on, let it set. It's going to look flawless all day long. So now we have this half, which I explained how to apply with the brush and the sponge, and it's a little bit more of a fuller coverage. And now Tiffany's going to apply the other half using her fingers and her hands and go more of a lighter coverage. So we'll let her do that next.
Hi everybody, I'm Tiffany. I am Rodney's wife and I'm a makeup artist as well, and I also just finished my biochemistry degree. So not only do I love Oxygenetix because it's awesome as a makeup artist, but as a biochemist I can really stand behind all of the ingredients that are in the product. I really love the moisturizer. The moisturizer contains sodium PCA and hyaluronic acid. These are two of my favorite ingredients. They're super hydrating. Really helps to bind the moisture to your skin. I have rosacea, and I also tend to break out, which my husband was kind enough to cover up on this side. But since my skin tends to get red, inflamed, it's irritated, this moisturizer does not irritate my skin at all. It's really hydrating, lightweight. It's also a aloe vera based gel, so it doesn't feel oily or greasy as the day goes on. With that being said, underneath the foundation, I find it's best to just apply a little bit of moisturizer unless you are post-procedure, because it could be too moisturizing and not hold your foundation on as well. But a little bit does wonders. It really helps to prime the skin, helps to smooth out the skin, fill in a couple of fine lines, pores, wrinkles, things like that, and prep the skin for the makeup. As Rodney was saying, it is best to apply the moisturizer in an upward motion first, but then you want to follow it with a downward motion just to make those little facial hairs kind of smooth down. So, the foundation. I like to warm it up on my hand too, just like Rodney.
And now you're going to use more of your fingers as opposed to a brush.
Yeah, I'm going to use my fingers. So not everybody has the luxury of having their brush all the time. So maybe you just left the gym or you're doing your makeup in your car even though you're not supposed to. Your fingers are a tool that you always have. And it's super easy to apply. The product's amazing, so it goes on great. Whether you have a brush or not, using a brush just gives a little different effect. I like to pat the product on the skin first prior to blending to make sure that it is evenly distributed.
And using your fingers, you'll get a little bit more of like a lighter coverage, correct?
Just depending on how
much you apply.
How much we apply. I have a patch of rosacea that I've had since I was 4. That's right next to my nose. And what I love about Oxygenetix is A, it does not inflame my rosacea and make it worse, but it actually covers really, really well. Pushing it into the hairline to make it kind of disappear. And I like to use my ring finger just to kind of lightly tap underneath my eye to help with my dark circles.
Yeah, and you really don't need a concealer with it, which is fantastic because you can use this as your concealer. So it's quite a useful product.
It is. And I love that it can give you a really light coverage if you just want to put a little bit on, or you can get a full coverage. And I've actually worn the makeup in an outdoor event where it was raining and my makeup stayed on great.
Nobody's else. I
was very thankful for my Oxygenetix that day.
You know what's great about this product too? I brought it home, and like we said, we're both makeup artists. So I noticed things like her makeup, and we were in the bathroom one day, and her skin was glowing. It looked phenomenal. And I asked her, because she uses all kinds of different products, being a professional makeup artist, we get a lot of stuff. I said, what are you wearing? What's on your skin? And she says, this is what you brought home, the Oxygenetix. I was like, wow, this is an amazing product. And it really is. I mean, just look at how her skin's glowing. It's covered. Um, the skin tones are all even. It's really just a phenomenal product.
It really is.
And it's going to stay like this all day. It's not going to move. Like she said, graduation, raining outside.
Pouring
in the rain. Her makeup was flawless. We went to brunch and she still looked amazing. It didn't move at all.
What I'm covering right here is actually a mole that I had removed, and I have a scar. But most people never notice I have a scar because I always cover it with my Oxygenetix.
Yeah.
What's amazing too is it gives full coverage if you want it, light coverage if you want it, and the other great thing is it stays on all day. Even with just a light coverage, it seems to just cover up all those imperfections, like the redness, any sort of sun damage, freckles, and it's just really soothing to the skin. I love that it's an aloe vera base, and I love all the ingredients. It's not really like you're putting makeup on your skin, it's more like you're putting skincare on your skin.
Which is fantastic, because it's a skincare, it's a makeup, but it's almost like a skincare makeup, to be honest with you, because it's so healing, and it's good for your skin. It's not bad for your skin at all. It's actually good, and it does a great job. Look at the coverage. I mean, fingers and hands, sponge and a brush. So you get both looks.
It actually feels like you're giving your skin a drink of water. It feels really hydrating without looking greasy. I really love the product in that sense, that gives you that sense of hydration without feeling oily and greasy or cakey. It just gives a really nice finish, really buffs out well. You can use a brush to just really buff the product, stipple it, buff it out, or if you're in a rush, use just your fingers and you can get the coverage that you want.
Yeah. Perfect. Looks good, honey.
Thank you.
Now we're going out in the town.